So this will probably be a little bit hard for some people to kind of swallow. This is something that I have had an issue with Microsoft for a little bit now. Their mixed messaging. Now, the funny part is that Microsoft have absolutely had mixed messaging for as long as I can remember, right? Now, I've said I fully expect. Now, granted, a lot of people like to put words in my mouth, call me a fearmonger or things like this. Now, the truth of the matter is, I said that Xbox was laying breadcrumbs with releases of things like Ori on the Nintendo Switch and with Game Pass and putting their stuff on Steam and, PC and different platforms in the Xbox console, that they were laying the breadcrumbs that if the Scarlet were to be a failure, that they would indeed go third party. And I stick by that. I still think within 3 years of next generation that we'll see that kind of happen. But Microsoft released a statement that they have no plans to release more exclusive Xbox games on other consoles. In a statement to Games Industry Biz, which I will link in the description, this is what they had to say. The past year has been an exciting time for us, as we have more than doubled the internal creative teams making up Xbox Game Studios. As these new studios transitioned in, we were aware of some existing commitments to other platforms and will honor them. However, going forward, these new studios will focus on making games for our platforms. We have no further plans to further expand our exclusive first-party games to other consoles. We continue to believe deeply in crossplay and progression of games with the right flexibility for developers to ensure a fair and fun experience. Now, of course, Xbox does plan to make its IP accessible via other devices. However, through the firm's streaming service xCloud, and the company has a number of projects in the work for PC and even Steam. So, that sounds good, right? What I've been asking for, what many people have been asking for, keep your games exclusive, or at least console exclusive. But, harken back to last week, literally a week ago, Matt Booty did an interview, and he said this: I think the question is less binary about should it be on Switch, should it be on PlayStation, and more does it make sense for the franchise. In other words, is it a kind of game where it will benefit from the network effect of being on a bunch of different platforms, or is it a game where we can best support it by putting it in resources and making it sure it's our platforms? Things like xCloud, Game Pass, and Xbox Live are really leaning in to support the game. Matt Booty stressed that franchises like Halo and Forza and Sea of Thieves are unlikely to be released outside of the Xbox ecosystem, but he said that if the recently acquired Double Fine, or for instance, were to wish for multi-platform releases for its games in the future, it would be allowed to do so. The studio was purchased by Microsoft during development of Psychonauts 2, and the game will still be coming to PlayStation 4. So literally, 1 week later, he's saying the complete opposite of what he said the other day. So that, to me, is absolutely indicative of what's going on. Not only has this been the case, okay, but there's been other cases in other interviews. They're very inconsistent with their messaging. How can 1 week you're like, well, it's up to Sony if Halo goes to PlayStation, and then the next week you're like, let's release a statement saying, no, our exclusives are going to stay on our console and in our ecosystem. And literally, they just announced yesterday that Ori, their highest rated new IP of this generation, is going to the Nintendo Switch. So, who do we believe here? Right? This has been my problem with Xbox this entire generation. Who do we believe? I would love to know who. Who do you believe? Who do you trust? Let me know what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.